Marlon Sanders here with a marketing success secret for you. We're going live. We're going live on the YouTube on this Monday morning. How are you? How's your marketing? How's your money making? How's your business doing? I hope all your emails are open, clicked on, read, and profitable. Let's talk about what it means to don't glean the field. So there's a verse in the Bible in Leviticus, and it's talking about that when the farmers back then, when they're harvesting their crops, it said, don't glean the field, leave some of the wheat or whatever in the field for the poor, for the people who were traveling, right? And I first heard this explained by Wade Cook many years ago. Wade made a serious mistake in his business, but he really had a great insight on this point. Don't glean the fields means leave something for the next guy. Don't take every ounce of profit out of a deal. This does not mean don't have a value ladder, don't charge premium prices, don't have big tickets. It does not mean that. It means that if you're gouging prices to the point where people actually resent it, and the first competitor that comes along with a BBD, a bigger, better deal, they're out of there, and they resent you for what you were charging, you glean the fields. And the problem with gleaning the fields and why it's not a good idea is because you lose the loyalty, you lose the customers, even your best customers. If you glean the field and they resented it, they'll stab you in the back. If something comes along, they're not supporting you, they're stabbing you in the back, or they're not supporting you. Why? Because they resent you. Why? Because you gleaned the fields. You didn't leave a little something for the next guy. Does not mean you don't make profit. Does not mean you don't maximize profit. It means it's like there's a famous anime, maybe the most famous anime ever, called Cowboy Bebop. It was just absolutely incredible anime, and the main character Spike. It was said that he had one eye on the future and one eye on the past. And I think this is the way it is with this idea of don't glean the fields. You have one eye on your business, one idea on your profit, one eye on your value ladder. Absolutely, you've got to, or you won't be in business. But the other eye needs to be on the customer. The other eye needs to be on them, on their profit, especially the beginner or the smaller person, the poor, the sojourner, like the verse in Leviticus talks about. That person, don't glean the fields. Leave a little something for them. Allow them to make a profit too. Now, this is a thin line, and it's an invisible line. No one can tell you what the line is. Well, Marlon, what's the line? No one can tell you. You can taste it, you can see it, you can smell it, you can feel it with your own customers. When they resent what you're charging, they resent you, they resent your business. Maybe they're paying, but they resent it. What's going to happen is when that BBD comes along, a bigger, better deal, they're out of there. They're not hanging around, and they're not supporting you. Right? When push comes to shove, you did not have loyalty. Now, let's be honest, loyalty is very hard to come by in business, regardless of how good you are, how much you are in your customer's favor. But I think that this general principle it will serve you well long-term in your business. That if you keep one eye on your profit, and the other eye on the customer's profit. What's really, how's the customer really coming out on this deal? Is this a win-win or is this a win-lose? I mean, it comes back, that's the cliche thing, but win-win. Yes, you've got to win, or you can't be in business. You can't stay in business. You can't provide customer support. You can't keep producing new products. You can't pay your bills. You can't be in business. You've got to win. Customers got to win too, right? Customers got to win too. And if you gouge prices and take every little bit, glean the village, take every little penny of profit. And you know people do this. You know you've had it happen to you where the first chance a competitor came along with a product that was a more reasonable deal, you were out of there because you resented what you were being charged, and there wasn't this feeling of win-win. They were winning, they were making out like a bandit, but you weren't. Right now, this does not mean you don't have a value ladder. This does not mean you don't sell premium prices. This does not mean you sell big tickets. It means you got one eye on you and your profits and your value ladder. It means you got the other eye on the other guy, on the customer, and that you're especially the poor, the downtrodden, the sojourner, the people that are struggling to make it. You got an eye on them too, right? You got an eye on them also. So I think it's a principle that will serve you very well in business. Don't glean the fields. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Marlon Sanders. I've been doing this full time since 1997. I sold 70,000 plus products online. I have a free report for you if you just go to marlonsanders.com. It's about find the need, sow the seed, and reap the harvest, which is my formula for marketing success. It's a very simple formula. You find the needs and wants of your customers. You sow the seeds of marketing. That's your free content. That can be your paid ads. That can be you speaking at events or summits or participating in bundles or doing guest posts or being on podcasts. You sow the seeds, though. You have your lead magnets, your freebies, or your low barrier offer, your low cost offers that bring in your new people, and you reap the harvest. Nothing I've said today doesn't mean you don't reap the harvest of profits. Not at all. You've got to do that to be in business. If you can't reap the harvest, you can't be in business, right? What it does mean is it's got to be when you got to have an eye on the other person. You know when you cross the invisible line and you glean the fields, when people resent it and the first chance they get, they jump ship, they go to that other vendor and they stab you in the back. You know you gleaned the fields. So Marlon Sanders here, marlonsanders.com. Go over there, grab my free report. I have a newsletter I write every Saturday, and it's affordably priced. I invite you to go to trymmm.pro and get a $1 trial subscription to it. Listen, thank you for watching me today. I will be back. I've got other videos and playlists on this channel. So if you have a marketing topic of interest to you, whether it's copywriting, product creation, being able to sell, being able to get paid what you're worth, charge premium prices in a value-oriented way, I think you'll find that the playlist will be really useful and helpful to you. Tell a friend about our live streams. I do thank you for joining me today. And if you watch to the bitter end, type bitter end. If you watch the replay, type replay. Do appreciate you all, and I'll be back another day on another live stream.